Good morning, everyone. It is Beckie Belote here in Newport News, Virginia, and I am having a crop today. My people don't come for a bit, so hopefully I'll have some peace and quiet before they arrive so I can share this with you. Um, and probably today during the demo, I'm going to share a little piece of what we're sharing today. So I won't tell them because it'll spoil their surprise. All right. So, anyways, first, just a couple of reminders, and I don't remember if I told you, but I am Beckie Belote. I am a creative memories advisor from Newport News, Virginia, and I do crops. And a lot of people from southeastern Virginia, they come to my crops, and then when I have my weekend retreats, I even have people fly in. It's really a great community. We have other advisors that are doing this all over the country. So if you're not connected to an advisor, now is a great time to get started. One of the reasons why you're going to like that is we do sneak peek a couple times a month, typically on Fridays. And if you're not affiliated with the advisor, you know what's coming. There's nothing that I hate worse than to not know what's coming and to order today and pay shipping when if I had waited just a couple more days, I could have gotten everything that I wanted in one shipment. So that's one of the things that you get when you work with an advisor is you are able to get the sneak peeks of what's coming. So anyway, so always reach out to your advisor prior to ordering to make sure they don't know of anything coming on Monday before you place an order on Friday. Okay. So anyways, I wanted to give you a heads up about that. And if you don't have an advisor, I would love for you to pick me. So I am, like I said, I'm in Virginia, but I service people all over the country via my online link at www.creativememories.com/user/Beckie Belote, BeckieBelote. Okay. And if you are in an area where there aren't any advisors, you should consider being one yourself. So reach out if you have any questions on that. It's $49 to join. You get a $50 coupon to spend on your first order. So basically, the company does pay you $1 plus more because you get other stuff for free on that first order just to give us a try. Okay, thanks for listening. All right, so let me change my screen for a second. Okay, got a little bit of a angle that I don't like there. Huh. Yeah, I wonder how I can fix this sloping that we have here. So, but we're just going to go with it. I think we'll get the whole point. All right. So, right now we don't have the bundle anymore. By the way, if you see something that you like and I say it's go ahead and buy the bundle because if even one element of the bundle sells out, then you can't get it as a bundle anymore and everything becomes individual. So, and then of course something might be missing. So these are the first things I wanted to point out. I don't know their names, but you'll see them under what's new. They're very similar in name, and I'm sorry I don't know. If you are a seasoned Creative Memories follower, you've been around for a long time, you may already have this one. So check your stock before you buy this one. All right, because you may already have it. This is a re-return from like 2012, something like that. And then this one is brand new. I haven't seen this one. One of the things that I've done to mine, for those of you that don't mind writing on your stuff, I know some people are really funny about that, but I'm not. I think that sometimes writing on things helps you be better to use your tool better. And if you look very close, and you're not going to be able to see them, but if you look very close at your patterns, there's little translucent dots strategically placed at different places all the way around your tool. I went ahead and took a Sharpie and put black dots on those so I could see them a little better because we're going to be using these tools to do all kinds of things, and the company wouldn't put those dots there if they weren't going to be useful for something else. So wanted to let you know about those and to go ahead and put some dots on them because we're going to be using them even today. All right. So those two you might want to get if you haven't already. All right. I just wanted to show you an idea real fast on one way that you'll want to use those together. I really love this border right here. And in order to do that border right there, what you're going to do is, like I said, you're going to need 2 of these. You're going to start with this one, and you're going to center it on your piece of paper that you want to look like this. Um, and you're going to cut on it with either, it doesn't matter. It depends on how thick you want it. I believe in this example, I think I did use probably the blue blade, but you could also use the red blade. I'm certain of that. All right. And then after you do that, you change pattern. So don't move your paper at all. Oh, by the way, kind of center it. The reason why you want to center it in your mat is so that when you lay it down, you know that it's really in the center. You can kind of look at the measurements all the way around to ensure that it's dead smack in the center. Okay. So you're cutting with your red or your blue blade all the way around. You're going to take it out. You'll see the cut line when you do that. And then you're going to come in with this one and put it right smack in the middle. And I think I used the red blade here. All right. So then, but it doesn't matter. It depends on how thick you want it. And then I went around also. When you're using these tools, make sure you hold it really good. Don't hold it just right here, because then it has some play, right? So I like to hold more than one corner so it doesn't move when you're actually using this, when you're trying to go around. But I think this is a really cool look. I hope you like that, and I hope that you'll try that. Maybe try it with a scrap first if you're a little nervous about it, since I didn't actually show it. All right, so this is using a new line called Sunflower Fields. All right, so you're going to see all the components of Sunflower Fields, but what I have been using, that gold around, you're probably not able to see, but it's a metallic gold, so it has some shimmer, this border does. And then these are mats from the mat pack, where I actually hollowed out the mat pack so that I could use what came outside for something else. For instance, this one I hollowed out by using my trimmer to cut out a 1/2 inch border on the inside. I took the guts from that the brown mat, and I put it here. So again, I do it all the time. I like to get the most out of my mats. I can double my usage of these guys. I only put this white in here. You wouldn't need to. You'd need to just grab probably a 4.5 by a 5, 4 by 6, probably 4 by 6, a 4 by 6 photo, and plop it in here, and it will be perfect with the nice brown border. But I put the white in there so that you wouldn't be distracted by this showing through. Until I put the photo in, part of this would show through in both of these spots, and I was afraid you would be distracted. All right. These were stickers from the embellishment pack of Sunflower Fields. I actually popped this one, and I popped this one with foam pads to give it a little bit of dimension there. All right. So put this aside. All right, some other reminders before we go to Sunflower Fields, and the technique that I'm going to teach you today is I did this video early this morning, and I'm doing it live instead of holding it like I usually do, so that my croppers can be surprised. Because this promotion with the shimmer, these are shimmer cardstock packs. They're not being added to the line. These pop-up buffets that they do, they never add the papers to the line. They're temporary, giving you an opportunity to get some cool colors that are trendy for the season. And these are shimmers that are going to be trendy colors for the season and for our product line. So if you don't know what a shimmer is, it's a thinner cardstock, and they shimmer. All right, so they have some glittery looks to them. So we have one of those in a soft lavender color called Lilac Shimmer. This one is like almost a charcoal color. It reminds me of suede, a dark charcoal suede. It's called Anthracite. Then we have a deep blue shimmer. Then we have a Merlot. I don't drink wine, but if I did, this color really appeals to me. Merlot shimmer. This is called Azalea Shimmer. All right, so this color in real life, like, I don't know that it's showing right on the screen. It really looks like the azaleas in Virginia wet bloom in the springtime. And then we have Mars Shimmer. That's the red planet, right? Just wanted to give you a little science lesson in case you didn't. And if you get 6 packs, it doesn't have to be this 6. It could be 2 of these, 2 of these, 2 of these. It could be any 6. All right. you are going to get a berry punch shimmer, which is in the purple family. Okay. So I wanted to let you know that. And why did I want to let you know that? Because today, which is September the 19th, 2023, this will go away at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay. So hopefully my early birds are watching this. If you didn't get these, you'll go ahead and get them to get your free pack of paper for $12.50. The free pack is valued at $12.50. Just wanted to clarify. All right. Another reminder, if you follow us and you bought your Croptoberfest stuff really early, like the first day it was released, it is very possible, like me, you missed out on the Croptoberfest 2023 laser paper packs. These are keynote items for the line. I think that you'll really like them. They're double-sided. So this is front, back, front, back, front, back, totally different. I recommend you getting two. Those sold out the first day and they just returned. And as far as I know, they are still available. They're $16.50 a pack. And if you got your Croptoberfest stuff for my Croptoberfest or for your advisor Croptoberfest, or just because you liked Croptoberfest stuff, you may not have gotten this. You might want to check your stuff. And if you didn't, go ahead and grab one now before they're gone again. All right, so sunflower seed fields. This is the newest line just released. It was bundled, but the gold shimmer paper sold out very quickly. So they unbundled it. All right. So right now you cannot get the gold shimmer paper that I talked about. However, it is coming back in November. So no worries. If you missed out, I on purpose, when I made my page spreads for this line, I used very little of it. So that you could see what the line looked like without it, in case you felt like it wouldn't work without the gold shimmer. That's not true. It's a breathtaking line. You're going to love it. And some of these things that I'm getting ready to show you, of course, are partially used. I probably should go grab new, but I think you'll get the idea. So you get a sheet of these layered, these are little layered, embellishments. They're little sunflowers, different. Some of them have leaves, some of them don't. Some of them are in these little banners, but they're popped already. So they look really pretty on your page. We also, this is very descriptive, but you also get a sheet of stickers that are borders. You get a sheet of stickers that have sayings, and then you get a sheet of stickers that have icons that would look great for fall. Some pumpkins, we got some apples here. So they're great for fall, great for anybody that loves some beautiful sunflowers. All right. Also, we have the matte packs that I've been using that I talked about. You see how the margin is really nice. Like I could cut this out, still have a place for a photo, and then have a beautiful embellishment. They're double-sided so that you can go either direction. So we've got the oversized for journaling, or the little small sizes that you can cut up and have more journal boxes. So these are super pretty. Some of them could be used as a place to just add embellishments, or I could, of course, throw a photo on that too. So anyways, love the mats. You're always going to hear me talk about them because I use them on every single page. That's the first thing I pick out before I start my page is what mat would I would like to use with my photos. All right. So again, we have a partially used paper pack here, but you're going to get the idea. It's super pretty. The gold shimmer, we talked about this. This is coming back. And I think it said November when I last looked. And then you've got like here's one pattern that you've got. And they've got this same print also with the chocolate on the back. All right, so a very similar print, I should say, which is my favorite. You're going to want two that look like that. And then we've got this one. And there's more, of course, but this is all I have left. Super pretty, right? And then I'm going to work with it today. So you're going to see a double page spread with that today. Hi, Lisa.
Good morning.
One of my croppers came today and she is my helper today because my assistant is out of town. She's been a really big help. So thank you, Lisa. All right, so this right here is the album for Sunflower Fields. It's chocolate with metallic gold sunflowers on it. So if you're a sunflower lover, you might want to grab this guy. It's $37.50. All right. So let's make a border. I am going to use this piece of paper. Now, this piece of paper, actually, I told you I was going to work with sunflower fields. I'm not. because I already did a page using this with sunflower fields, which I'm going to show you the completed one. I am using Croptoberfest. So Croptoberfest, really pretty for the season. If you haven't gotten that from your advisor yet, this is a great time to grab it because elements do start selling out. So you want to make sure you get in on that. All right, I am centering this in my surface of my mat. You can see that I'm right in the surface, and that way I can control what I'm doing. And I think I decided I wanted to use this one today. And again, I'm going to kind of center it in the surface. All right, and I'm going to use these little dots. Okay, I'm going to start with my blue blade, and I'm going to put these little feet on my blue blade so that they straddle this little dot as best as I can. All right, I'm going to straddle that dot, and I'm going to go around and then straddle this dot over here. Okay, the best I can. If I'm not, we have a fix at the end to make sure that it's perfect. So I'm going to do that here. After you've cut it, you can go away from it and look to see if you did what you intended. In other words, I want to make sure it went to that dot, maybe a little bit beyond. Same thing here. This one looks like it's not quite as far, but it's a little bit beyond, and that was my goal. And I'm not going to worry that this one's farther. I'm not worried at all. All right. Now I'm going to go down here. I'm going to do the same thing down here. I'm going to straddle this dot. You probably can't see it in the screen, but there's dots marked down there. At least I can't see it on my screen. And I'm going to try to straddle that dot. Looks like I didn't go as far as I wanted, so I went back up a little bit more. And those dots give you that little visual. And if without putting a pen mark on it, they're very hard to see. Okay, so that's why I put my Sharpie on that. Now I'm going to grab my red blade, which I have no idea where it went. Let's see if I can find it. Do you see it, Lisa? I had it a second ago. It's on the floor. Do you sometimes drop your things on the floor? No, I do all the time. And then or sometimes they stick to me and I'm like looking for a sticker and it's stuck to my boob. So it's very frustrating, I know, sometimes finding our stuff. All right, so I'm going to put that in there, centered, and I'm going to, so same dot, put the feet in so that they're kind of straddling that dot down there. And then we're going to do it again. And see how my arm is down on the bottom? I am holding this template. I do not want it to slide. I'm actually going to hold it up here, give it some more pressure up here. It's kind of resisting me. I'm kind of wondering if maybe my blade's still, but just I found that you don't want to, the harder you press into this piece of paper, like don't try to cut two pieces of paper at once. The more resistance you're going to get at this little thing moving around nicely. It's supposed to move around kind of nicely. And so you don't want to dig in too deep. Okay. I'm just going to make sure that looks about right. And it does. All right. I'm going to do the same thing down here. Yeah. This is not one that I would recommend you do two pieces of paper at once. And I'm going to get it in the track anywhere I can and then go down to where I want. It's the middle of that track. Make sure I got it. The cut, yeah, that looks great. And again, just loosen up your pressure a little bit and you're going to get a better results from this. All right. So then what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab my trimmer and I am going to decide where I want to cut. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to kind of slide it in. Like, remember, I tried to go to about the same place, but I didn't. And so we need to pick a spot where when I start cutting, it's going to go through. Like I see my cut mark there. You probably can't, but I can see that if I cut now, it's going to go through a cut mark there. Let's see if it'll go through a cut mark here. Yep. All right. So that's going to be perfect. And now I'm going to measure over here. This is the 3" right here. So I'm cutting about at the 2.5 mark. And that's going to help me on the other side to make this match perfectly. So pull this aside, flip this over. We said 2.5. So I'm going to do it again at 2.5. Hopefully I cut this side so that the cut lines are still there. And if not, I'm not going to worry about it. I see a cut line there. I see perfect. If not, I wasn't going to worry about it. I would just straight cut it with my scissors. Okay. So we've got that. Now I'm going to show you how cool this looks. That was pretty simple, right? All right, so put the piece of paper there. Put this piece of paper here. All right, so this one I probably won't keep. You can keep it and maybe even use it on this page, but I'm not. You know what? Maybe I will because all of my other examples I didn't. Let's use it and see what it looks like just for the fun of it. All right, so I could stick that one there. I could stick this one here and stick this one. Ooh, I kind of like it, right? So you can kind of push it all the way into space or not. All right. So this is a look that you can get that you're not going to see on my finished ones because I didn't do the ones like that, right? But on this one, I think I am, and then we'll have a third example. So this is using the Croptoberfest. I think it may, I'm not sure if it was the accessory pack or not. Lisa, will you take a peek while we're finishing this up and see if the accessory pack has this in it or if it's in the actual project recipe? Might think it might be in the project recipe for 13.50. If it's in the accessory pack, you may not be able to buy those packs without your advisor unless you buy the bundles. So she's looking and she'll give us the answer to that in just a second. All right. Do you like it? All right. So let me show you the completed versions that I already did. I'll finish that one for my croppers today. Okay, it's in the project recipe. So you can buy the project recipe separate or you can buy it as a bundle for $47, which that includes the laser paper that I showed you earlier. Okay, so here's a finished version. On this one, what I did is I pulled this piece out a little bit to allow some separation between this border and this border. And I actually trimmed, I took this one and this one, I stacked them together and I cut off just a smidgen, like 1/8 of an inch, so that they were a little narrower that allowed me to pull it out to give that space there. Is that beautiful? So this is Sunflower Fields. This is one of those mats that I hollowed out ready for a photo, and I saved the piece that came out of it for something else. This was actually inside of here. It doesn't look like it because I trimmed it down. I trimmed it down. I took what was out. I trimmed away just so that I had the title, and I put these together with some little embellishments there. This one you can probably see that's been popped. This was a 12-inch sticker strip that you didn't get to see earlier on the sticker strip because I had already used it. And I cut it in half and put a little piece there and a little piece there, and I really love that effect. All right. All right, the next or last one that I wanted to show you, I made this with the back to school line. So any of you that have kids going back to school, you may like this example. So I used one of the sheets of paper, the one that had the school buses on it to do this. All right, so this time I actually didn't cut any off of this. Just kind of separated it a little, just not as much and as prominently as the other one. You can kind of see that they don't match here. But I think it's so pretty that you probably aren't going to zero in on it. Now that I've told you, you're probably like, she didn't make that balance. But I think it looks still really pretty. This oversized embellishment, it came from a recent pack that we just came out with in the back to school line. They're little packs of embellishments that just have big giant phrases. And this particular pack was called Knowledge is Power, and everything in it is really cool. It's why our kids go to school is to get smarts, right? So this is about smarts, and it's a really good pack for any school age kid. And I use that as a title. This was some paper in the paper pack that actually looked like lined paper. Speaking of the extra large embellishments, we have another pack of extra large embellishments that just came out that you can buy. By the way, this one you can see I put the border at the top. This one I put the border at the side, so you can get all kinds of looks. You definitely could also put them at the bottom. You can put one at the top and on the bottom, right? But they're kind of chunky, so you don't want to use too much of your space. But speaking of extra large embellishments, these came out with this bundle. So if you got the pattern bundle that I talked about earlier with the free little case that came with it, you also already got these extra large embellishments called Days Well Spent. But if you didn't get the bundle, it's too late now. You can now buy these individually. They are available for $5 a pack, and they have sayings that you could go with any page. All right, and different color schemes. So this says days well spent, a year to remember, remember when, little joys in life, our best times together, and a trip around the sun. All right, super pretty, right? I love the size of them for a title. It saves me a lot of creativity, right? So, anyways, hope you like it. And hope that you'll go check out our website and shop before 1 o'clock today if you are hoping for that shimmer paper line. Anything that you love, 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 don't wait. We are having a sellout issue. It seems like lately. We are just growing leaps and bounds, and what a great company to work for. So, anyways, if you have any scrapbooking needs, please jump on that website, creativememories.com, and reach out to your advisor or to me if you don't have one. And I thank you so much again for watching. And I hope you all have an amazing day. Remember, please do not tell my croppers about this breakout. Okay, thanks and have a great day. Bye. Bye. I'm going to try to turn it off. I always have struggles.